Okay, get a little bit of shadow in the background here. I did do this after about 9 minutes and thought my formula was kind of fell through, but looked at it, and when you're laying like this particular lesson plan, it's going to have to do with laying out the grid. And without some kind of mathematical formula, uh, if you got a grid of, say, if you do want to actually lay out the entire 9 acres on the inside, or 16 acres or whatever, you're gonna you got crews for each 1 acre plot. This is a way that you can give them a set of numbers. You can say, well, go to, and instead of saying, well, I want you to go here, you can say, I want you to go to 6, 6, or I want you to go to uh, 2. 2 is the triangle on the inside of the sex. You always go to the number one hexagonal first, and this is the 1/6 of the hexagonal. So this is designated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You always go left to right or clockwise. And so the first set of numbers reference the uh, the center, okay? And this center here would have like a designation of 0. In this case, surrounded by 6 satellites. And I started working on this about 10 years ago, never finished it. And I think it's going to work. And so you can actually use mathematical reference points to send people to a specific location. And as you see on this, uh, each of these 1 acre plots is divided into an H7. So you have an H7 that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hexagonals. Okay, so that's your way it works out geometrically, and you're not and the shape determines the shape. You don't have to figure it out. And to understand uh, what each uh, one of these hexagonals are, I have to go do this all over again. You have 43,560 square feet in an acre, and you got an H7, then you got your 3 diamonds that makes up a hex, and your 3 diamonds that make up a hex, so you actually have 9 hexagonals. Divide by 9, and you get 4840, 4,840 feet. And so that's one of these here. Did I get it right here? Yeah, each one of these are 4,840 square feet. So this is a little bit too big to plot, so you need to go deeper. And so you want to take one of these hexagonals and divide it by 9, or divide it by 6, and that gives you 6 triangles. And so you take your 4840, divide by 9, and you get something's not right here. Just let me backtrack. I might have hit a wrong button. 43, 560, divide by 9, 4840, divide by 6, 806.6, 806.66. So each one of these are 806.66. I'm not sure what the square root on that would be. Okay, and as far as designation, now that you understand the hexagonals, you got an H7, 7 hexagonals, 1 in the center, surrounded by 6 hexagonals, and each hexagonal is subdivided into 6 sub-triangles, okay? And you need some kind of standard formula so you don't get confused. Once you understand the pattern, then it's easy. You always go left to right or clockwise in your orientation. So the center is 0 here on this hexagonal, And we know that it's orientated north, okay? It's orientated north. And so you start on the right side and you start marking out the inner triangles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right? So that gives you your central reference point. This will be in the book that the Lord told me to make cities of light, places of refuge. So you have your inner reference point, and the same as you want clockwise here. You go clockwise on your hexagonals. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you want to go to, I'm going to lift it up here a little bit so you can see the numbers. Up in the top right-hand corner, you got 2, 3. Now where would 2, 3 be? You go to your center, find 2. Here it is here. This is 2. Now, a 3 would be where? Okay, it'd be down here actually. It'd be your third hexagonal. Now you got 2, no, right here. 2. This is 2 and 3. So you go to the third designation. And remember here that 2 is matched to this. 2, 2, 1, 1, 6, 6, 3, 3. So you go to 2, 2. Now you want to go to 2, 3. That would bring you to 1, 2, 3 right there. Okay. Now if you wanted to go to 5, 3. Okay, in the center, 5. Now you want to go to 3. You know, 5 references to this point here. So you go to 5 and you go to 3. 1, 2, 3 to that dot. Okay. And say if you wanted to go to 1, 6, where would that be? You got 1, and you go all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 6, 4, you would go to 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's one more subdivision I'd like to make. And that's taking the 806 square feet, one of these triangles here, and you subdivide that by 4, okay? You got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see how I'm moving around. 1, 2, 3, 4. It'd actually be A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. And I think still working on it. You know, some triangles are inverted and other triangles aren't. Okay, no, that's right. Because you always start out from the center. A, go inside, B, C, D. So this would be A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. I think it's going to work here. So you got 806 square feet, and you subdivide that by 4. And that gives you 201, 1.5 square feet approximately. So that's probably about 15 feet square. Okay, let's go to 6-4A. 6-4A, that would be 6 here. This is 6-4. Go to 4, and you go to A, right in the center. 2.2-2D. Now you go to 2, right? 2 dash 2. Yeah, this would be 2-2D. That should be A, B, C, D. Be right there. This other one here that I had marked, that would be 2-4. 4A. So I think this is working. So once you're down to this size, down to 15 square feet, whatever this triangle works out to, if you want to know what this triangle works out to, we already know that the side is, one of these sides is 120 feet, this way, 120, 20.5. So you just subdivide by 3, okay? Divide by 3, that gives you, come here, 120.5 divided by 3, 40.1. So each one of these is 40.1. See, if you want to know what these are here, these sub-triangles, you just divide by 2. 40.1 divided by 2, so you get 20.08, 20 feet. So 20 feet here, 20 feet here. It'd be 20 feet across. So once you find your center points, if you got 20 feet, you got 10, 10, and 10, then you can make your inner triangle. So I think this formula is going to work. It'll work on a 1 acre plot. If it works on a 1 acre plot, it'll work on a 1,000 acre plot. You just go to a bigger scale. But this way, if you had your cogen community, we don't have a zoom on this. You got the basic survey work is done. Now you're doing your sub-survey to lay out to reference your gardens and various places for your other buildings, your support structures and things like that. Gardens, crops, root crops, different things, parking, roads. That you'll be able to give, you got your crews all going. You could actually have 3 crews, and you can just give them a sheet of paper with these numbers on over here. That would take them to a certain point so they could do their work. So this would actually help to pull these communities together as far as when it comes to, if you're in a panic and you have to get this done yesterday, you can actually do it. In a normal survey, you got north, south, things like that, and you don't need this. This is all simple geometry, using simple geometry to design a roadmap that works. And you can make this fun. You can make this into a little treasure hunt, and you could bury things in the land, right? And you can give a reference like 2-2D, then you can actually, subdivide this triangle into 4 different components, and you could go 2-2D and say A. So if you know if it's an A is always in the center. So if you go to that location right there, that's where your buried treasure would be. Or if you got 2-2, okay, now this does get a little bit complicated because you don't have a reference point to the center. And I'm not sure how I'm going to work that out. If you got your, I'm going to just draw this in. We still got time? Yeah, I've got a few minutes. Okay, let's go to this guy here. I got center, go across. I got center, we'll go across here. Now if you had this one subdivided, find your center, that would give you so you could reference the center. And I'm not sure how, like where you would start your coordinates. Maybe this would be closest towards the center here, so this could be A. So I'll probably go to a small A. A, B, C. Okay, let's try over or something. Okay, this is closest. This part's closest. This part's closest. So it looks like you do have a little bit of a pattern here. So you know this is center. This is closest. So this would be A, B, C. Yeah, I don't think you need to go any further than that. You're already getting down to 20 feet. This is 40 feet. And each one of these is 20 feet. So you're down to a 10-foot triangle. And you have to see, see how far that you can go in this. But I think it's going to work. So you could actually have this Roma if you wanted to bury food, if you wanted to bury rifles or whatever, you could bury them. You know what your plot is. You don't need a measuring tape to find it. You just have to be able to need some way to calculate out the grids on this. And it's not like burying treasure in the old days. I think this has worked. It has potential. Okay, this is Joshua Taylor coming to you with the Exodus 2 report and how to lay out the 1 acre plot here. And notice that up there, I do have it pointed north. Okay, that's north, that's south, that's north. It'd be south, and your sides would be to the left. Would be east. That would be west and east. So it's all fairly easily done here, at least so far. Okay, I'm going to get this uploaded so you guys can look at it and let me know on this.